Hi everyone. We just celebrated our Purim party and we read the Megillah and that was beautiful. And I read my Purim spiel, so I thought to share this Shabbat the Purim spiel that I wrote for today. Now it came to pass in the days of Biden, who reigned from Maine to Hawaii and even unto Puerto Rico, in 50 states and at least 270 electoral provinces, that in the first year of his reign, Hamanei, the son of Humayni of Persia, aka Iran, continued to advance a nuclear capability in order to wipe out the Jews. If you recall, 6 years earlier, his vicious plan to send missiles to every JCC in America was intercepted by Morty Schwartz, a secret Mossad agent, and his niece Esther Cohen, who at the time was a new member of Congregation Tiferet Israel. Together with CTI board and congregation, they saved the Jewish people. Since then, Esther, now going by Esti, found a shidduch and moved to Boca. She is still a member of CTI and especially loves to Zoom at noon for the lunch and learns. Morty now is a senior director in the Mossad, still working undercover. At the end of 2019, he opened Morty's Schnitzel shop in Jersey City so he can blend in. The Mossad got a word that at this time, Hamanei decided to create a decoy and develop a deadly virus and will affect the whole world. To further decoy, the Iranian decided to develop it secretly in China in a wet lab, a combination of a lab and a wet market. They chose to release it just before the 13th of Adar, which was Purim, 2020. Their deviant plan assumed that the only way to kill the Jews is to target the whole world, because Jews are everywhere. It would mainly target Jews because on that day, all Jews develop pre-existing conditions, gaining at least 10 pounds from exchanging a ton of food and stuffing themselves with hamantations. The Iranian team's headquarters was placed in Jersey City as a strategic location. Morty Schwartz opened his schnitzel shop right across the street so he can follow all their moves. Morty was the head of the ABC department of the Mossad, short for Atomic, Biological, and Chemical Warfare. The schnitzel place was a perfect cover and gave Morty the ability to secretly operate the Jewish space laser. Morty was nearly exposed when Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene posted on her Facebook that wildfire in California had been started by PG&E in conjunction with the Rothschild, using a space laser in order to clear room for a high-speed rail project. Morty thought it was the end of the operation, but he was relieved when everybody thought it was a crazy idea, and that even QAnon thought it was fake news. Morty now could continue the covert operation. What Congresswoman Greene didn't know was that the initials PG&E did not stand for Pacific Gas and Electricity Company, but actually stood for Phil Goldman and Elaine. It was Phil and Elaine who supplied Morty with the schnitzels. Before using it to burn the forest in California to clear room to build a monorail directly to Israel, Morty tried it on the schnitzels. The Jewish space laser was now ready to be used to zap all the Iranian culprits in the virus scheme. The Iranian plan succeeded initially, and for a whole year, the virus spread. But they knew that it was just a matter of time until the United States and Israel will develop a vaccine. Seeing how advanced the vaccine got, they decided not to delay it and were planning to attack the Pfizer and Moderna's plants in Jersey City on Purim 2021. Morty knew it was time to stop them. Morty needed to get the message to President Biden to allow him to use the American satellite so the space laser can hit all the Iranian targets at once. He also knew he can only use the secret Jewish channels in case the Iranians were following everyone in the administration. So he got into his 7-cylinder sports car and drove to Southold to meet Sarah Bloom. He remembered that Sarah knew Vice President Harris's husband from her days in Washington, D.C., when she played the character of Murphy Brown. Or maybe they went to Camp Ramah together. He wasn't sure. Sarah was delighted to help. Morty gave her the secret code in Hebrew. Only a Jew would know that the name Capela in Hebrew means, how much does she have? Kama la. Sarah immediately called Dag Emhoff and used the secret word. She was then able to convey the urgent message to him, and he conveyed it to Capela, who conveyed it to President Biden. The next day, Morty used the space laser and wiped out all the culprits. Everybody was happy and celebrated the best Purim party ever. And that's how Congregation Tiferet Israel saved the Jewish people and the world again. Chag Sameach.